So I'm excited to have one of my peers here. You're a peer, okay? So Tony Brown, AFCEA Space Coast president, and
Courtney Powell, AFCEA Orlando chapter president.
neighbors.
Neighbors.
And we were bred out of the Central Florida chapter.
That's right.
And one day we looked at the Central Florida chapter and realized that it had Orlando and Space Coast in it.
Yes.
And we said, hey, let's expand this.
Yeah, there used to be a chapter in Orlando many years ago, and I believe one in Space Coast also.
Correct.
And both of those chapters had just gone away. And so recently, I was introduced to AFCEA through my small business. I'm also president and CEO of ACE Applications, an IT services company in the GovCon space. And so I joined AFCEA for networking for my business. And once I got to learn about the mission of AFCEA and what the organization was about, I became just so intrigued by it. And it was through a connection from the Central Florida, at the time it was Tampa chapter, but they called it AFCEA Central Florida. So when I got involved, I learned that there was an initiative to try to bring AFCEA back to Orlando.
Right.
And I was out of Orlando, so I raised my hand and volunteered and says, you know what, I can help you guys do that.
You did, and that was great. So one of the other things that Courtney isn't saying right now is that I was a small business chair over in Tampa, and one of the presidents or vice presidents came to me and says, hey, do you mind relinquishing your seat to this guy named Courtney? So Courtney took my seat, and then they shipped me off to Space Coast.
Coast.
Right. But what's great is that we both had a chance to actually grow and start chapters.
Yes, and I'm really proud of the work that we've done, and it's been in such a short period of time. Of course, you guys went first before us. I think you guys are
139th.
Yeah, you guys are ahead of us by just about a year.
Right.
So, and that was great for us because we were able to kind of not make anything up, but just follow the blueprint. And we followed the blueprint in Orlando, and now we have a nice, vibrant AFCEA chapter, and combining my role as the small business chair, one of our big missions is to create a nice ecosystem for small businesses as well, so that they can have opportunities to network with each other, with the agencies, and to help solve some of the mission for our war fighters and our space folks.
Yeah, this is great, and I just really want to also, I think we should give big kudos to AFCEA International for all of the support that they gave us, and our regional VP is looking great because 2 chapters started within a year, and certainly everyone at AFCEA International has been instrumental, and Courtney has kind of raised the bar on a platform of actually getting chapters started. So
yeah, absolutely. I was credited with having a nice and smooth rollout for our chapter.
And we weren't, by the way.
No, but the reason why we were credited is because, one, we had a great team, but two, you guys.
We took it right.
The blueprint.
We were the guinea pig.
Yes.
Right.
You went and kind of identified all the bumps in the road and smoothed them out, and then we came back and we drove on a nice smooth road. So, but it's been great, and I love the relationship we have between our 2 chapters. Of course, you guys are Space Coast, we're Orlando. We do a lot of things collaboratively together. Just later this evening at the conference, we're hosting a joint networking session between our 2 chapters. But it's great because what it does, it really extends the opportunity and extends the business ecosystem for our respective chapters. Being in Orlando, we're focused on simulation and training, and we've got the Army, PEO STRI, and Army Contracting Command, NOC TSD, and those that ecosystem there. You guys are in Space Coast, and you have access to space and Patrick and Space Force. But because of our relationship, our businesses has access to your environment and vice versa. right? Because we host a lot of joint events, and if you've got a business over there in the Space Coast that wants to do business in sim and training,
Vice versa, right? Yeah,
very easy.
yeah, yeah.
So,
Well, thank you for your time. Really can't wait for later this evening when we have our what we call them AFCEA meetups,
yes,
quote unquote. So really look forward to that and the synergy that we drive from there.
AFCEA meetup at SpaceCom. Be there.
Thank you.